What's up, YouTube? This is C-Dog, and I'm back with another review. And this review is on the McDonald's Happy Meals Transformers Prime 1 through 6 set. Plus, we're going to do a bonus, and we're going to also do a 6 set of cars. So first, we're going to take a look at the bots. Number 1, and I'll even show it to you. I even have them in package. This one is sealed. This is how they come. As you can see, it's number 1, Optimus Prime. And Optimus Prime is pretty cool. All you do is, he's got a gimmick, and you just lift his arm, and he swings and turns his waist and chops at you. And looking at the details, not bad. He's got a red upper body. This is the Transformers Prime version. Nice red arms, full red arms. Good paint. Nice blue legs. He's got that translucent sword. He's even got painted in fists and thighs. Not bad. The only thing I could say is he could use a little more paint on his head. But if you look, he's even got light piping. Yay! That's 1. That's Optimus Prime. Then 1 for the car versions of Optimus Prime. Looking just like the Transformers Prime truck. Very cool. Go on the bottom. And you hit it on that part. And you flip down his smokestacks, and he has LEDs. And you can't really see it back here, but up here in his Autobot symbol and his headlights. Flip it back. They go off. Turn it to the off position. Saves the battery. So I've had this for years and it still works. That's pretty cool. I do like that. Just looks just like the beginning of the tune. Anyway, so that's 1 for Prime and 1 for Prime. 2 is Bumblebee. Bumblebee's looking very cool. Transformers Prime-like. He's got a little articulation. He's got a little bit of a bendy elbow. His shoulder swivels. And his waist swivels. And if you look at the details, he's got nice wheels, painted gray. It looks a little black on the video, but this is gray on the bottom. And he's got yellow plastic. He's got nice details for his chest, the front of the car. He's got an Autobot shield there. Some nice painted details there. He's got his face painted silver and blue eyes. And the gimmick with this is you see these, you kind of jump them up and down, and by doing that, he jabs at you. Pretty cool. And just going over Optimus's articulation, his swivel shoulders, and you can also, move it up a click, so he'll chop like that, not so low. Move it down, it'll chop to the ground. Move it up a couple, he'll chop up. But you can move it as articulation as well. And that's Primes. Alright, number 3 is Megatron. This is Transformers Prime Megatron in a nice dark gray plastic. He's got some purple paint apps on his back of his thighs. He's got a translucent PVC-like projectile. The button right there for the projectile. Look at his face in detail. He's got light piping through his eyes. He's got a translucent purple Decepticon symbol. And he's got articulation in his shoulders. And he's got a swivel joint on his elbow. And he does have waist articulation. No head. And you just point it at Prime and you fire away with that button. And you just put it back together like that. And that's Megatron. Number 4 is Starscream. Starscream has a swivel waist. He's got a swivel on his shoulder. And his head will turn back and forth. Now looking at the details real close. Nice Decepticon shield on the front of his chest. His head's a little bit small, but he has the right details on it. Going down. Pretty much just this blue It's like a steel blue plastic color. He's got gray plastic for his wings. More of that steel blue for his arms. He's got a PVC projectile, and that red button is the missile pointed at Bumblebee, and fires away. And that's Starscream, and you just load it in. It's a little tricky to load in. You gotta put it like a regular missile, so the points to the front, and you slide it in on the top, like that. And that's Starscream. I do have these all sealed in the packaging as well, so I could show you those at the end. We got number 5 would be Bulkhead. Bulkhead is looking very bulkheady. He's got some painted eyes, painted chin, some painted in headlights on the front of his chest. He's got some black shoulders like he's supposed to. Nice dark olive green, painted in fists. And he's also got a red button there. That's an Autobot shield if you look at it. And he's got his, I guess this would be his wrecking ball, but in flat translucent plastic. And you hit this and it fires. Not bad. There we go. And his posability is his arms. I do believe his head moves. Yep, his head will spin all the way around. He has waist articulation and nothing in his arm. So that's Bulkhead. It's pretty cool. And he's bigger too. I like how he's bigger, you know. So he's bigger than Bumblebee at least. And last but not least, we have Breakdown. And he was actually hard for me to get, I remember. I do have all the Transformer, McDonald's, and Burger King toys, so maybe I'll get to filming them all if I can find them all. He's got some articulation from the gimmick in his arms, and that looks like about it. But he does have some nice paint apps. Nice blue on his lower legs, carrying on in his lower arms, on his upper chest with the Decepticon symbol being purple. He's got that orange face with yellow eyes and some blue paint apps on the horns and the chin. And his gimmick, moving Bumblebee and Megatron out of the way, is you grab him by his two legs and he's swinging, and he does his hammer move pretty well too. And that's the 6 in the set from the McDonald's USA set. I do believe there was another set that maybe had some more from a different country. We'll quickly go over their counterparts. This is Breakdown's car mode. This is a different set. It might have even been the first set that came out, which I don't know why they would have done that, but it's got the Decepticon shield painted on, nice purple, some red lining on the sides. The wheels rolled, all 4 wheels. It's got some gray plastic on the bottom here. It continues on to the grill. Gray plastic on gray painted windows. 2 sets on the sides, the windshield on the front and the other side. It's got a wheel in the back. Underneath it says the Transformers Prime. But his gimmick is you use this wheel in the back and you flip up his cannon that comes out the top of his truck mode in the tune. Like that. That's Breakdown. Bulkhead is this guy. He comes with these pogs, or these discs. I think there's 2 or 3 of them in there. And you slide them in the back of here, and then you pull this back and they fire out. You can see it like jumping down there. It's got the Autobot symbol painted on the front, clear plastic on the top of the hood. He's got some painted windshield and windows on the side, 2 windshields. Nothing on the back. He's got gray plastic for his taillights. His wheels all roll. And that's Bulkhead. Moving right along with Starscream. Starscream, you'll pop this little button, it's a shield back here, and his windshield pops up, and he has a couple missiles that pop out. Let me see if I can get a better view for you. It's kind of dark because it's in black. He's got gray plastic here, and a lighter gray plastic that looks like it's painted on the top part. He's got a kind of a steel bluey like the other figure for his fin and his front of his nose. That's Starscream. Then we have Bumblebee, who comes with a projectile. Fires like this. Then you just can pop that closed. This is Bumblebee. Nice. He's got gray plastic for the grill, for the engine. He's got painted in windshield, windows on the side, a back windshield. He's got the details painted in, the lines and stripes from the show. He's got this button for when you pop this up and fire them with projectile. And nothing painted in the back. A couple little sculpted lines. That's Bumblebee. And second to last, we have Ratchet. Ratchet. You'd think this is a projectile, but it's not. This is all the orange plastic. That's even black plastic. It's not even painted on. That's black plastic, or dark gray plastic. And this, you just hit the button here. You push this out, and you hit the button, and it has a. It's not a projectile that fires out. That's actually just nothing. It's just made to look like a projectile. That's pretty much Ratchet. And then last but certainly not least, we have Dead End. Knockout. Why did I say Dead End? Because of the colors. He's got his rims painted right, finally. That's pretty cool. And he's got some designing on the sides of his doors, like in the cartoon. So that's pretty cool. Decepticon symbol on the top. You got all the windshields painted in. And the only thing gimmicky is here, this little gray plastic. You push this and a couple guns pop up out of the top. They should have been painted. They're translucent clear, which is really ugly, but they're there for gimmicky. Nothing on the back. If you like my reviews, please leave a comment telling me you like or dislike my reviews. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe already. Got a contest coming up. Thanks for watching. Peace.